Well, we welcome Arizona Coyotes head coach Dave Tippett. We're about ready to get started with another hockey season. Let's start with the system, because the last year or so it wasn't a Dave Tippett type system on the ice, and now it appears it's a return to the Dave Tippett system.
Well, it was Dave Tippett's system, just not done very well. And you know what we try to do this year is go back to really character defending. Everybody always talks about our offense, where it's going to come from, and when we had our success almost going to the finals a couple years ago, our offense came right throughout our lineup, but we were a very strong defending team, and we need to get back to that. We need strong goaltending. We need our defensemen to play very well, and as a group we have to defend a lot better. The last two seasons we've been in the bottom half of the league for goals against, and if that happens, we're not going to have a chance to be a playoff team. So we have to be a better defending team, which is a little grittier, a little harder, all the things that coaches normally like.
Well, the word we get is the team chemistry has never been better, and it appears that Mike Smith's disposition, if you will, is where it should be.
Yeah, it was an interesting season last year. We got new ownership, new contracts for a lot of guys. Mike Smith had a lot of pressure put on him to be an Olympic goaltender. Just seemed uneasy all year. Had a couple of injuries that set him back a little bit. This summer he's trained very well, come into camp in great shape, looks great out there in camp, so we expect to have him a great year.
Coach, Sam Gagner was quite a pickup from Tampa, and I want to get your insight, because he's a guy that has tremendous upside. He's only 25, and here he is, could be a force for you this year.
He could. Like when Vrbata left, that was a concern for us, where we're going to pick up some of those points. But Gagner is a right shot, skill guy, same as Vrbata. The difference with Gagner, he can play center or wing. We played him a little bit at both during training camp, and we'll see where it all works out, whether he fits best up on a top 6 forwards or he's in a top 9. But he's come in early in camp, was very good, got banged up a little bit, and now is back going, and he'll be ready for opening night. Is a great pickup. Good person, good teammate, which fits well with us, and a high-skilled player that we're going to need that skill.
I think fans are really going to connect with Joe Vitale, because when you see him on the ice, he jumps out at you. He's one of those energy guys.
Yeah, literally jumps out at you, jumps after you. He goes, yeah, he goes hard. He's one of those players. We had a couple of years ago, we had Boyd Gordon. Last year we had Halpern. This was a guy who was a younger version of those two that plays with a lot of energy, has had a great training camp. Him and McMillan have really teamed up to, they're very fast, energetic, and come, like you say, right at you attitude, and he's a good pickup for us this summer. We
got to talk about your blue liners, because if you look at Oliver Ekman-Larsson, he just has been sensational, better and better each and every season. And of course, you also have Keith Yandle. And really, that's kind of where it starts, doesn't it?
Well, it does. I don't think there's another team in the league that have two dynamic defensemen like we have there. And they play the power play together. They play on different pairs. 5-on-5, but both of them a high skill. Ekman-Larsson, we rely on him a little more defending. Keith Yandle is much more giddy up when we're behind in a game. He's almost like a fourth forward out there. So both dynamic players. We need to fill people around them that really supplement what they do, and we've got a couple of young players, and Connor Murphy, Brennan Gormley, whether he makes our team out of camp or not, all guys that will be real good fits around those guys to bond our group of defensemen together.
And Dave, that brings us to special teams. I mean, the power play was outstanding, and penalty kill needs some work. Give us your insights there.
Well, hopefully some of the people we talked about, Vitale, Brendan McMillan, will help us in those areas. A couple of years ago, our penalty kill was very good. Our power play not so good. Last year, our power play really good, penalty kill not. So we got to get them both up. They need to be both in the top half of the league if we're going to be successful. Newell Brown came in and really helped with our power play schemes last year. I think these young defensemen, combination of young defensemen maturing, getting Mikhailuk back for a full season, and Schmidt playing well, could really help our penalty killing.
You know, when you look at this team right now, you still have to go to the leadership of Shane Doan, and I know what it means to you as a coach. It's like having a coach on the ice, the leadership. He's back again, and you can't say enough about his value, can you?
Well, last year our season was going very well until he got sick. And if anybody would have told me he was going to get Rocky Mountain fever in a season, I would just, but he's back in great shape. not only is he our leader, off the ice, dressing room, face of the franchise, he's a great player. And we need him to stay healthy. He came into training camp in great shape. When he plays the way he can, he's an awful hard player to play against. And that's the kind of team we want to have. So with him leading the way, I like the leadership of our team.
It seems like it was just yesterday when you guys made that march to the Western Conference Finals. And I think everybody realized this can be an outstanding hockey town. This town went crazy. But as we look at it today, this Western Conference is loaded. I mean, it's so deep that every point counts.
That's what's going to make it so much fun when you get there again, because you have, in our division, you have LA, San Jose, and Anaheim, all still three powerhouses. You have Vancouver is looking to jump back in the race. Edmonton is a young, exciting team trying to make that next step. Calgary has got a lot of young players also. So our division is very tough, but we feel like if we play the style that we can, we'll be competitive every night. And we're going to play a lot of close games. We've got to find a way to win those games. But in a very tough division, we feel like we'll be very competitive.
I got to ask you about some of the young guys, because it's never easy when you have to say, well, back down to whether it's London, Ontario, or Portland. But there's been a lot of talk about Max Domi in particular. Yeah. Where is he at in his development? He's
very close. He had a great training camp. He continues to grow as a player. I mean, the thing about Max is he's only 19 years old. Like, we've been talking about being an NHL player for 2 years now. He's only 19 years old, and very few players come at that age and really, can make an impact in the NHL. From where his game was last training camp to this year's, he's come miles ahead. He understands the pro life, understands the structure of pro game, but he's got to be one of those guys in a top six forward that makes an impact on the game, and his game just isn't quite there yet, and it will be. He has the talent and the skill level, but eventually he'll get there. But we don't like throwing those players in and have them in and out of the lineup and push them back a step. We'd rather have them all the steps coming in, so when they get to the NHL, they're ready and their career takes off. So Max has had a great training camp, but another year in junior won't hurt him either. Won't hurt him. He'll go back to London, where an ex-teammate of mine, Dale Hunter, is his coach. So he'll get very good coaching back there. He's going to be a very good player for a long time. Just he needs to get all the steps in place.
We have such a passionate fan base. I mean, they're tweeting me all the time. Give me more Coyotes. Give me more Coyotes. Give me a glimpse into this season, the type of team fans are going to see on the ice.
You know what? We played one game of our exhibition season against Vancouver last week, and it was exactly the kind of hockey we want to play. It was relentless forecheck. We were on top of people, limited the other team's chances. Smitty was solid in goal, didn't have to be spectacular. Our power play was good. We ended up winning the game 4-2, and you came out of that game feeling this is the kind of team we could be. It was a combination of young players, veteran players, but just a relentless work ethic, everybody doing their job, and that's the kind of team we're going to have to be if we're going to be successful.
We always appreciate the access and the best guys in town to deal with the Arizona Coyotes. I got to make sure Arizona Coyotes. It's going to be fun, enjoyable. You cannot beat this game in person as well. We appreciate your time, Coach, and we'll be there along the way for the upcoming season. Thanks for coming down.
My pleasure.